Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Freaking what up, dude? Goodbye.
Gamers, what is going on? Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. Welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host. Stuck with me. What's up, guys? I'm your host, America's #1 online video game personality, Ben, the Parvinator Parvin, here at your service. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. Right as I was about to start the stream, or as I was about to come to this screen here, my cat decided to walk in and make her presence known. Oh, she's walking away. I was going to try to get her on the camera. How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. Maybe she'll make another guest appearance. Look, guys, we're trying to dive in today. We got HM08, HM08, from Steven. And who is Steven, man? Don't tell me if you know, but I don't know. I have a feeling we're due for an epic battle with Steven. Feels like he's got kind of champion material all over him. He was the champion the whole time. I don't know. I've also not necessarily given all the dialogue its full, you know, what it's due, you know, the level of attention. So maybe he's told us who he is, but yeah. I think maybe... I know earlier we met that family, we had to fight through them all, and they said that we would later, I think maybe, I don't know, I got the sense we might encounter who the brother was. I don't know if that was Steven, or I can't remember. Pay attention when you play these games, guys. How you doing? Happy Tuesday, good to see you. Man, we're cramming some streams in. I'm going to be doing today, tomorrow, and I think we'll be back Thursday as well. And then after that, I'm going to be out for up to a couple of weeks. Going to be doing a long distance move. You want to hang out, Cap? Come here. So we got to get those streams in while we can. What's up? What's going on? Hey. How you doing? Are you trying to get in the other room? Did you come to beg for that? What's up? You just want some attention? She's probably, not exactly jazzed that I'm wearing shorts right now. You know, she likes to sit in laps, but she doesn't do it that often if we're wearing shorts. Please wear pants. What do you think? You want to say hi? Yeah, there you go. Give him a look at those green eyes. Hey. Alright, I gotta set you down now. Do you want to try my lap? I think she knew, like, where the lap was. I think she thought she had a lot further to go down. But not our smoothest landing. She's in the lap. All right, how you guys doing? or I'm gonna get into this game in a second. I've got a cat that apparently needs some attention. Hey, look at you. I got all the cords in your face and stuff. Jeez, this is not suitable for a kitten. She's like trying to poke up just where the bottom of the camera. Hey, all right, guys. Well, she usually doesn't stick around too long because I'm very, very squirmy, but we'll see how it goes. Tell you what, let's do a little transitional clip here. I've got one from yesterday's stream. Give me about 30 seconds or so. I'll meet you over in the gameplay.
The Parvinator.
Yeah, so that was PARV and Steven teaming up against Team Magma. We took out Admin Maxi and that other character. Do 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 do. All right, cat. I'm gonna have to kick back, huh? Am I gonna have to just lay back? Hey, how are you? You gotta go to the vet tomorrow. She's gonna be upset. Hey, what's up, Tater? How you doing? They call that the PARV signal. I don't know. The PARV, I'm still working on it. Yeah, how you doing, man? You'll know what it is next time it occurs. How you doing? I got a cat in my lap. It doesn't happen that often on stream, and I don't know what to do because I'd like to be squirmier than she's letting me be. She's trying to tell me to chill out. I know, she just got on Scream and now she's settling into this lap. Although, she usually doesn't last too long. I was saying that I'm wearing shorts, so she's like, not my favorite. I prefer to sit on laps that have pants. I gotta take this girl to the vet. One last trip to see her current vet while we're still in the city. You're gonna be upset because we can't give you your morning food. We're gonna be fasting. Gotta get her in. They're gonna do a little scan and just check, make sure everything's cool. Give us a little heads up since, you know, she's been seeing this vet for, you know, several years now, so. And she's got some chronic health issues and stuff, so it'd be good to get that checked out before we head out. Could take a little while to get her in to see another vet. All right. Okay, so we had a couple things going on in this game. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing decent, man. Yeah, welcome, Tater. Good to see you. It's already been kind of a crazy week, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm I gotta get a couple nights of good sleep because I just have not had like terrible sleep any one night, but it's just been over the course of the past week or a little bit more, just kind of, you know, I'm missing an hour or two off of my regular sleep, and then, yeah, it's really adding up. Okay, so we were going to do a couple things, one of which was inventory management. We also, I think we have an item we can sell. I think this pearl can be sold. I'm going to see if it's, I want to make sure it's not something we should keep. PokemonEmerald. What was it? A pearl, I think? Can be sold at a low price to shops. Oh, the pearl serves no practical purpose other than to be sold. Okay. Interesting. All right. I'll take your word for it, random site. Cat, I'm itchy. Is that because of you? Oh, and she's jumping down. All right. Free. I'm free. Bye, cat.
I'm exhausted.
All right, I think I can sell this big pearl that we got. She had a pearl necklace. All right, big pearl. A lovely large pearl that would sell at a high price. Yep, that's the one. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there is a big pearl item. Okay, that's a separate item. But I think you also, yeah, it's just a bigger and more valuable version of the pearl. I think that's what, I think Anton was telling us that the other day. Let's sell a pearl, shall we? I've been on a bit of a ZZ Top kick. Not so much the song Pearl Necklace, although it's in the playlist, you know. But I don't know why. It was the last couple runs that I did before my knee got screwed up a few weeks back. That was what was propelling me. Maybe that was it. I went too hard to Sharp Dressed Man. I mean, how can you not?
The Parvinator.
I'm going to talk more about Sharp Dressed Man over the course of the coming days and weeks. I feel like I'm in my Sharp Dressed Man era. Not so much the way in terms of like fashion, but the song, you know. Just the song by ZZ Top. These aren't exactly cheap sunglasses. They're prescription ones, but it's another ZZ Top song. Great one. I think a good one for those of us who suffer migraines and light sensitivity. You know? Cheap sunglasses. I mean, it starts with when you wake up in the morning and the light it hurts your head. First thing you do when you get up out of bed. Something, and go get yourself some cheap sunglasses. Oh yeah. I heard this song about 2 million times as a kid. I don't know why it's had a greater meaning lately, but all right, sorry. What am I doing? We're gonna sell things. Let's sell a pearl. I don't recognize that title. Big Pearl. 3,750 Pokebucks. I figured it was a ZZ Top song. I don't recognize the title. I wonder if I heard the song, if I'd recognize it. Do the Tube Snake Boogie. That's funny. I see that it also made it on the greatest hits or whatever, so I probably heard it at some point. I think my dad had this album. That's funny. I don't know why. Some like sleazy rock has on the one of the trips we made up to where we ended up moving. It was actually the one we made the final decision. Like, let's do it, you know. I was on a Van Halen kick out of nowhere. Not my usual fare, but newfound respect. Okay, here we are. We sold a big pearl for big bucks. I can go put some of these stones in the PC. King's Rock could be cool. Dragon Scale. Looking forward to giving that to, I guess, Tyranitar has dragon typing, but Pupitar, not quite. Deep Sea Tooth, just for Clamperl. Got that one. Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks for getting back to the question of what exactly is. Well, what was the tube snake boogie made for, right? What is it regarding? Probably just pool noodles, yeah. Texas is pretty hot, you know, where ZZ Top's from. It's pretty hot there. I think having a pool sounds kind of like right up their alley, you know. So some like bikini-clad women can walk around surfing them, I suppose. I don't know. They're really funny that these guys with giant beards, it's like they're pretty forward with the whole, you know, the sexual identity is one of those like most forward aspects of their music, and they don't really hold it back. I don't know that we can sell anything else, but we can we can now go to the PC and ditch some stuff. I do need to buy some balls, so let's buy only ultras here. Wow. Okay. Well, we're getting to the point where we can afford them. Should I just drop? I should just drop a bunch of money, right? I think so. We do have access to great balls. Honestly, it'd be, well, I should say, I think we can fly to get them. Fly back in our, through our previous areas. You know what? We're gonna need them at some point. I'd like to catch a couple legendaries. Let's just spend the money. I'll probably buy some great balls as well. Man, such a big spender. 30 Ultra Balls. We don't have any Hyper Potions. We're gonna have to make some room in the bag. It is starting to get to the point where we need, you know, something better than a Super Potion in battle. I should buy a few of these, probably. No, give me 10. Mr. Big Spender. No money for TMs and stuff. Got a couple full heals. I just want to be set up for a little bit, you know, and we have the money now, so I guess why not? Repel. We can grab some of these. I'm gonna have to ditch some items, huh? Yeah, okay. Time to go ditch. Excuse me, deposit. Store.
Thank you!
Bum, 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 bum. Ah. I hope you guys are doing okay. I feel like I don't have a ton of energy to muster, so let me just lean into that. I need to get a couple nights of really good sleep, honestly. It's just been getting the rolling effect of subpar sleep. Well, we just need the items, I suppose. I do want to take a look at our team as well, but let's get into PARV's PC. Item storage. Let's deposit some items. We're gonna need the shoal shell pretty soon. It's already a couple things. Looking forward to using the dragon scale. This can go for sure. An item for a single Pokemon I haven't seen yet. Sea incense. Okay. Slightly boosts water type moves. I'm gonna store the harbor mail for now. I keep forgetting to take it where it needs to go, and I've been running out of room. We don't have anybody who can really use this twisted spoon yet. I just, you know, I don't, anytime I want to go equip something, somebody with something, I don't want to have to go run into the PC to see, you know, these like hold items. That's probably good for now, you know. Yeah, I haven't, you know, we just don't have a... I haven't stuck with a, you know, metal, or rather a steel type Pokemon for very long. Yeah, well, you know what? There's a couple things, okay. I'll make a note here. I'll make a note of what we've got, What was that steel coat we just put in? I'll put the dragon scale in. We're gonna, you know, we'll need that once Pupitar becomes a Tyranitar. King's Rock I could actually fit onto somebody. Shoal Shell. I gotta keep because it's part of our current mission. Gonna be giving it to an old man soon. Yeah, let me put Dragon Scale in. Sorry, which one, Palpuck? Oh, the, King's Rock or the steel coat? Steel coat, I guess. Blum, blum. Yeah. Alright, let's, I don't know where that Scyther is either. I had trouble... You know, never located that Scyther. Yeah. Is it? Okay. So it's not even dragon type, huh? I thought it had a dragon typing on the final form. I know so little about the... That's funny. Yeah. Right. Yeah, steel coat for them. I'm gonna stick with what we have for now. Let me get into the items, because I gave somebody some item, like, really just to get it out of the way. I think it was, Lucy getting something. Shit. What is it? Boo, boo, boo. Cleanse tag. Oh yeah, that was to, like, lower the, I think if she's in first position, it, like, lowers your encounter rate. I guess if I did go in under the PC, that would actually let me see. I think it would let me deal with these items a little bit easier. See who's got what. Oh yeah, Magnemite's got a metal coat right now. What is the silk? What's the silk scarf do? This is, okay, this is a good way to do this through this menu here. You can see it all. Normal type move. We gotta get you out of the box anyway. What have you got? Lapras. Oh, the never melt ice. Okay. Oh, just a rost berry. Okay. Yeah. Charcoal for Ember, or for Ember the Charmander. That's pretty sweet. Don't have. We're not using a fire Pokemon. Joe Camel. Forgot about you, Joe. There's a soothe bell. Calm spirits and fosters friendship. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that was a, that was a trade. Early on in the game that we never did anything with. We kept Eevee around for a little bit and then... Alright, well I think we're ready to go. We made a little bit of space. Shoot, just take that back, Lucy. Now, what about our team? Yeah, what does Sriracha have? I think I gave him something that was appropriate for him. Yeah, thanks for the reminder there, yeah. These starters have been kind of in and out of our team a little bit. They're starting to get a bit over-leveled at one point, but... He's got a charcoal, so he's good. That was the item we were seeing earlier. Okay. Alright, well I think we're ready to go. Let's save, and we'll get back out to where we were yesterday. Hey Dustin, what's up, man? Welcome.
This is a lot of fun, but what are the practical implications of what we're seeing here?
I couldn't tell you. Hey! How are you, man? Welcome. Oh, King's Rock is? Okay. Well, yeah, we'll go drop that then. Go deposit it. Make some space. PARV's PC. Oh yeah. Get the case of the Mondays strikes back. King's Rock. There you go. All right. Thank you, Palpa. We should be good to go now. Yeah, well, glad you made it through, Dustin. Yeah, it's been a long week for me as well. Long couple days. Not sleeping that well, so feeling a little, just a little run down, honestly. We're so 2 streams ago we beat. Just barely managed to beat the gym leaders of Moss Deep City. Since then, we got a hot tip from Zombie Anton. Let's see, do I still have it up? Nope, that's the turtle pie. Ugh. Oh, that's Mario. It must have been on a different game. There it is, yeah. I got a hot tip from Zombie Anton yesterday, creator of this ROM hack. We'll show his stuff and talk about that in just a second. Got to give the shout out, obligatory shout out every stream. Yeah, he did a little John Madden action for us. Drew an arrow out to this section. We did a bit of exploring yesterday, and we found this area called something shoals. Actually, not Muscle Shoals. Maybe just the shoal, I can't remember now. Anyway, we found it, and I only started to explore it, and then we ended up hanging it up last night. So we're gonna pick up where we left off with that. We got HM08, I believe, which is dive. So at this point, that opens up a couple sections of the game where there's these dark spots in the ocean, and we can take our Pokemon down to it, and there's like another little, underwater map. You can only come up through, other similar kind of dark spaces. So yeah. something to look forward to. And I know you know, with these games, there is that fun, kind of like sometimes in a Metroidvania or something of, you have seen this thing, you have an idea of what you might need to get past it sometime. Or at the very least, you know you're not equipped to do it right then. We have seen one of those dark holes, so... Oops. I have a couple places I want to go to once we get through this. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. The turtle pie, yeah. Even the name. Right? Sounds unappetizing. That sounds like a little silly name you give to a turtle turd. You know, like, oh, he made a little turtle pie down there.
Hi, I'm Bernie Sanders. I'm running for president.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we didn't fight this guy. I heard you approaching, so I hung around for you. We missed this swimmer. Swimmer Nolan. Release the tentacruel cut. There we go. I'm gonna leaf blade you. Pine Saw's getting some repetitions out here on the water. Of course, he's weak to poison moves. Hey Riku, welcome. This is a stouter tentacruel than the ones we've been fighting out in the wild. What's going on, Riku? Yeah, happy Tuesday. Hope you're well. Hey. All right. Mega drain you. Let me go shut this door. The cat barged in, and she didn't shut the door on her way back out, so I feel like I'm being loud.
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
Actually, it looks like she didn't leave at all. She's just behind the green screen. Laying on a blanket. Alright, leaf blade him. Good job, PS. PS level 36? That sounds like a good level to evolve on, Pine Saw. What do you think? Think that's ample? Hell yeah. Here it is. Oh, look at its final form.
The Game Master.
Pine Saw evolved into Sceptile. Skeptile. The skeptic reptile. Sound travels faster in water than it does through air. I know, finally, right? We got Sceptile. It's cool little small sprite here, too. Funny. They're only hopping at half speed. We gotta get you some HP, Pine Saw. And I think the shoals are like a little bit, they're up just a little bit. Wow, look at the back sprite for it too. Tell me more, Pine Saw. Does look a little more like a Living up to your name there. Level 14 Wingull. Okay, well. Yeah, here it is. Alright, well, let's save and we'll go inside and see what's up. Oh, I still don't have Whacked Out, the artist formerly known as Lazy Boy. Has Lucy replaced them? And of course we have Gojira 2, the odd Generation 2 Pokemon. I think it's a bunch of ice mons that are in there. Shoal Cave. There it is. Shoal Cave. I grew up not very far from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. A lot of great music came out of, and well, they still do recording there. If you bring me 4 each of the shoal salt and shoal shells, I can make you a shell bell. Shells, bells. You can get those ingredients every day. Yeah, they don't give you any random encounters when you're just in the shallows here, huh? Interesting. It's not, you know, it's unlike some caves. I think if I walk around up here, though, that's random territory. Yeah, it never let me see the original one. Oh, fuck, yeah. Thank you for trying to redo it. Yeah, look, let's see him. Yeah. And that's a Christmas tree, you know, in March. That thing should have been thrown out a while back. It's ready to burn. This is pure grass Pokemon. Just ready to burn. Go Pine-Sol. Go Pine-Sol. I think it's random fights up here. Yeah. Random encounters. Managed to get a stream started before 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I can't believe it. It's been difficult lately, but I'm also kind of in, you know, there's a lot going on outside of the stream, so trying to do what I can to just be consistent with at least dates, not necessarily start times, but that's okay. Things aren't going to settle down until they settle down at the next place. It's going to be kind of pants on fire mode for a little bit. Guess I could use one of those. Repel. Okay. Ah! Yeah. Oh man, I've got little cat hairs that are bugging me from picking Tigress up earlier. She rubbed her face. She got my glasses and stuff, and wow. I'm mildly allergic to you, but what, that's gonna stop me from trying to give her pets? Do 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 do. Shriel. All right, we made it into this room yesterday, and you know, I understand his wording. I paid attention a little bit better this time, but the old man at the front mentioned you can get those items every day. We had collected that one. There's one up here on the top left, too. We got those before we wrapped up yesterday. So, yeah, I guess they're going to be replaced every day. Run away. Sfeel. You know what? Let's do a max. Let's do a max repel. We're not really getting anywhere. I don't want to get too I don't want to get over leveled either. Wait, didn't we get some max repel? What happened? Did I put those? Did I store those or something? Or maybe I didn't. I ended up not getting them? I don't know. I'm confused. Repel doesn't go anywhere else. Huh. Maybe I didn't buy any. Oh, I was about to, and our inventory was full. That's right. I was trying to pull the trigger on it, but yeah, we had no money. Or rather, no space. Long bridge. I stopped right about here yesterday. More Sfeel. Alright. The rare candy. Not so rare if you're a Poketuber. Seem to find those rare candies everywhere. Hell, at this point, I might as well be a Poketuber. I've played this game so much. When you're on stream 32 of a Pokemon game, you can call yourself a Poketuber. There's... Okay, another big pearl to sell. Gonna make some money. Hey, Zubat.
It's about time you showed up.
Zubat. Your only hope for eating bugs. Can't escape. Alright, Lucy. You're gonna take this guy on or something, I don't know. Hey, Video Game 1980s, welcome! How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Hey! Thank you for running away, Lucy, finally. Cool, alright, we're gonna hop back in the water here. Was there anything else in this section? Oh, there is, yeah, some more stuff. I'm doing well, yeah, it's been a good week, kind of a long one already, but I'm hanging in there. Yeah, glad to hear you're doing well. Zubat man. The Zubat signal. It's the flashing of another random encounter starting. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, video game. Glad you could get yourself dug out. Yeah, kind of a crazy winter. A lot of A lot of places that, you know, will get some snow and ice got like a couple of big storms. You know. Seemed like it was a lot this winter. How do we get to that Pokeball there? Oh, it's through something else. We're taking that out. That ladder. And I think... Oh shit. I don't want to come down here. Any good fishing down here? Alright. And this just leads to that area with the, yeah, okay, well, jump through there, right? Brings us back to this. Yeah, we've had some interesting, you know, temperature swings out here on the West Coast as well. Like a couple of days, for like 2 days in a row, it got to be about 90, 91. Just, you know, the heat wave. We don't have AC here. Well, we have like a wall unit that is, you know, it helps a little bit if you can like really pay attention to when the windows are open and then closing them and starting the AC, you know, but not when you have to be back in a room with the door shut, like what I'm doing now. The AC out there isn't going to help me. So, hey, I was sweating it out. I know, and it just sucks because I knew, you know, friends from and folks in the chat here who would come by and tell us that they're in the middle of an ice storm and stuff, and it's you gotta seeing both extremes. Is that it for Shoal? No. How do I go? How do I get to that other section? Let me go back to the main room one more time. Oh, which I need to do from here. Oh yeah, totally video game. Yeah, Vegas is, it can be crazy. It's, you know, so hot there, and I was kind of surprised at I mean, you know, I knew that, when was that? Maybe an August thing, which, you know, right, I understand. I can't remember if it was in August. We were there to see a concert a couple of years ago. But, you know, all the concert stuff was at night. Or rather, you know, like once we got out of the concert, sun had been down for a while, and it was still just, you know... I know that Vegas can get cold, and, you know, they can get winter storms and stuff. But yeah, it was just... the heat really felt trapped in, you know, so that like even at night, it was just like... still really hot, and it was quite windy too, so it felt like when you open the oven and we get hit with the wave of hot air, you know. Whenever you'd step outside, you just have that. I'd have that. If I felt right, I was back at the restaurant opening up one of the big ovens. Yeah. We didn't find the shoal salt. Is there a place you can dive in here? Maybe another entrance to the shoal? There's nothing down there. Yeah, one of the things that has been frustrating about not having AC here is that, you know, on some of the days when it's the worst, like during the summer, you know, it's the hottest point of the day is like 7 or 8 p.m. and just in terms of like the house has been baking under the sun, so inside, even if you try to open the windows or something, it's just like the house has had all day in the sunlight, you know, or the apartment has, you know, so it's just weird to, you know, it already be 7 or 8 p.m. and it feels temperature wise like, you know, the hottest point. Even though, you know, outside it's shows as being better, you know. Yeah, if you're outside in a totally open spot, maybe with a little wind available to you, it would feel better, but otherwise... It melted the next day, pretty good, yeah. Yeah, I know they get some, you know, they get some storms and stuff too. It's, you know... They do get some aspects of cold winters, but yeah, it's... It felt similar going to visit, we had some in-laws in Arizona for a time, and that was kind of my first time going to a place that was, you know, really hot. They lived outside of Phoenix. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Do 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 do. Did I ever make it onto one of these bridges yesterday? I don't think I did. Yeah, you're stuck here. How do you get to this middle kind of pillar thing? You know, this highest tier. You know, when we went to Vegas for those concerts, we thought, okay, we're save our energy for the evenings. It's gonna be hot as hell anyway during the day. We didn't realize though, like, you know, yeah, basically to do anything else would just be folly. Like, you know, like, stay inside during the day, you know, as much as you can. You ever been so hot you're just like, I don't really want to go to a pool. I don't want to deal with the in between here and on the way back. Yeah. Yeah, right. And I mean, and I guess they have those tunnels too. There's been, you know, I've seen, like, I think Channel 5 did something. I've seen other stuff too, but yeah, about all those tunnels that they have. And in some of those cases, it's like, you know, where else can you go during large portions of the day, you know? If you're just exposed, you don't have anywhere, you know, if you don't have anywhere else to go. There's nothing up to the top left either, huh? Run away, Lucy. Come on.
Here we go.
Come on. I could put someone who's probably just a couple of levels higher, and we might have less, you know, fewer issues, but. Oh, because I tried to run on the first time, I can't use fake out. Okay. Guess that makes sense. First turn only. You gonna run now, Lucy? It's good coffee. I'm chugging it today. Speaking of which, it's funny, just as I finished that last sip and said that, I was like, I could feel a tingle. I could feel, that's just sorry for the TMI. It was just a funny, like, the body, a recognition of like, okay, yep. Should probably go to the bathroom the next 10 or 15, for sure. Dude, I felt the drop. Boop. It does, Palpuck, yeah. That's a good observation. Yeah, I like it. I don't know. I think there's more to this cave that we can't get to right now, unless I've been missing one of the dark spots or something. Maybe you can enter it from the outside Like, yeah, I should say from another entrance or something. Let's see. Got away safely. Thank heavens. So if we just go south here, it connects to that one part we've been... Yeah. That takes you... See, and you can't run here. You can get up on there, but then you're stopped there. Yeah. This doesn't take in anything new. I think I need to get outside and see if there's any other ways in, but I'm not sure. Yeah, here's our... Right, okay. There's the room once again. Okay. Here, walk along the side. I haven't seen like anything that the bike could go up either. I don't think that's at play here. I mean, this water isn't diveable, is it? Well, it says it's a deep... Okay, I don't know. Let's see. I guess I haven't tried that yet. Oh, shit. I don't have a Pokemon. I don't know if... I don't think I'd be teaching dive to... like Mr. Mud or something. Let me try something. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think it's darker than that. It's like, and they would show some water and then show the dive spot, I think. But let me just make sure I satisfy this curiosity. I'm gonna save the game. I'm gonna teach dive to somebody and just, I don't think we're on top of water that you're supposed to use it for, but we'll just reset if that's not the right answer. Okay. Sorry, bad humming. Alright, dive. 60 power, 100 accuracy. Mr. Mud's the only one. Yeah. I was wondering if Dancer would be able to, but yeah. Makes sense. Alright, I'm just gonna... We just saved, so I'll just reset. I don't think that this is the answer, I just want to make sure. I haven't really been using Takedown. Or Foresight, really. I don't think so. It doesn't let me just like click A and you know, and ask if I want to use a TM, so... Yeah, okay, that's not it. I figured it wasn't. Alright, let's restart. Said you can't dive here. No diving. It's dangerous. Short end. It's just a short pool. A shallow pool. I guess that's what I was going for. Alright, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's something else going on in here. I think maybe we can enter from another place, or there's something I'm fundamentally missing about this whole structure here. I like it referring to it as a water type dig. Yeah. Right, going away for a turn. Or fly. Fly is the flying type dig, you know. And really, there's nothing else right there. Wait, can I dive here? No, I think that's just like some lining or something. I don't know. All right, well, I think it's just the shadow of the rock. I don't know what it is. Let's try that. I just noticed these dark tiles here. Go to dive. Holy diver. Mr. Mud forgot how to use takedown, and Mr. Mud learned dive. With 2 eyes. Dive. Okay, we're gonna try that. Can't use that here. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was just the lining here, or some shadow, something like that, but turns out I was right. Okay, you know what, guys? I need to get a little break in. We're right at about the hour-long mark. Let's do that. Let's get a break in when we get back. Let me go ahead and get in here, actually. Get us into the game. Yeah, cool. All right, when we get back, we'll pick up where we left off. I'm going to maybe try to exit this area, Shoal's Cave, and see if there's another way in. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. At some point, we're going to, you know, be able to take off a little bit further on our map. And I can't quit you. It would be, Palpuck. Yeah, that our, especially if we can equip them with dive. I'd like that. And I'd like that. I need to think about that. You know, we might even be... We might want to have a Pokemon set up for that, so that when we encounter the next place to dive, we're ready to go. I was going to show you this. You know, where do we go to next? Well, we just got badge number 7 of 8, and we got that over here in, no, sorry, not Evergrande, but Moss Deep City. We've got other places to explore. We've got Evergrande, we've got Pacific-Log. We haven't been to these places. I guess we went far enough for Evergrande City to show us red on our map, but so that's coming up soon. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get a break in. Let me pause this. The cat wants out of the room now. Here we go. All right, guys, let's get a break. Thanks for hanging. Happy Tuesday. I'm glad you guys are here. Let's take a nice long break. When we get back, we'll dive back in to Shoal's Cave. Holy diver. See you guys back here in a few minutes. BRB.
wants to play?
Hello. Happy Tuesday, guys. What's up? Welcome. Gonna get back into this game, shall we? We're playing Pokemon Emerald. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my shout out, so I should do it now. This is Pokemon Emerald 386. It's a ROM hack that allows you to get all 386 Pokemon that were available up to this point in Generation 3, all right here in Hoenn. All of them. And done so in some really clever ways that feel very Game Freak-esque. It feels like a legitimate, about as close to an original concept that would have come out of this time and out of Game Freak as you can get. So yeah, this is done by Zombie Anton, friend of the stream. You see him sometimes in the chat here. Oh yeah, so thanks Zombie. Thanks for the ROM hacks. I've also played as Crystal 251 and Yellow 151. They're great. All of them are good. He's doing a playthrough on Fire Red 386 that I want to catch some of. I haven't caught any yet. But yeah, he's this is his Twitch username on the screen right now, Zombie Anton. Check him out if you haven't done so already. And thanks again, man. All right. As long as he keeps paying the big bucks, I'm gonna keep mentioning him every stream. All right, and I suppose because this is a world where some people can't take a joke at all, I should say for Zombie Anton's sake that yeah, there was no money exchanged. Oh, yeah. But maybe there should be. Yeah, come on, pay up, buddy. All right, I think we're done with everything we can do in here for now. I think that there might be some other ways to get in. I don't know. That doesn't look very promising. I'm surfing on my Pokémon. Did we fight this swimmer? I guess so. And I know we fought those guys. Man, you got these 3 rocks out here. I think we got an item from in between those rocks. I was blown away by Horsey's charm, so I started swimming too. Oh, wow. I like that. Inspired by Horsey. Tentacool. We're running away? Alright. What's next? And where do you need to go? Is there another entrance to this place? Is this where all the Braille finally comes in? I don't know what else to do in that Shoal's Cave. I don't see another entrance just in a quick glance. Use a bomb. This looks like a bombable wall. Come on. Hi, Francisco. Welcome. Happy Tuesday to you. Can't go between those. I'm stuck. What if we get outside of this little archipelago? Damn. Can you get further east? I don't know. Let me get, you know what? Let me try to get to Moss Deep, and at this point, I think, oops, fastest to just fly. The big ones, no, I don't. The ones you can rock smash are the like small, stumpy looking ones. And yeah, they got us hemmed in up there. I'm curious if you can go a little further to the east at this point. I know that the game is going to have us going south. We've got a couple things here, actually. Sotopolis, which was mentioned, Evergrande City. We were told that there's an underground tunnel between Moss Deep and Sotopolis, I believe. So I think, you know, story-wise, that's probably the next big thing coming. Do-do-do, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Fly me to Moss Deep City, please. Alright. Yeah, like, you got the mangroves here. Is there coastline anywhere else? I don't think that there is. Or, you know, beach that we can get to. Let me get that hint from Steven again. I had it in one of the little transition scenes here for our stream. It's not this one. That's right, he lives down in the main part of town. Run, little guy, run! Beep, I think it's the one to the left. Yeah, here he is. Steven! Apparently there's an underwater cavern between Moss Deep and Sotopolis. You know, the one that Captain Stern found in his submarine? Alright, I remembered correctly. You know, I wonder what else I'm supposed to do in the Shoals Cave. Somebody's got to learn dive as well. It's gonna have to happen at some point. Mr. Mud, would that be a terrible move to teach you dive as well? Let's take a look at it again. This is the first generation for dive, I suppose, right? Oh, what am I doing? Go here. Take me to the dive. Dives underwater the first turn, then attacks next turn, and it does 60 damage. Okay. What does Surf do? 95. Wow. Yeah, you know, it's just... But then you gotta have someone in your party that... for certain situations... I have to say goodbye to one of my beloved Mons. Goodbye, but not farewell. Probably Lucy at this point, honestly. No offense, Lucy. You know what? Before I go any further, I want to look up Shoals Cave. Because I'm just curious about that. Anton pointed us in that direction, and I can see other you know, parts of the dungeon or whatever, but we can't get to them yet, and I haven't done a whole lot of keeping my head in the walkthrough, but you know what, let's do that for the sake of time. No, don't give me the remake stuff. put this to where you guys can see. Dun, the Shoal Cave. Yeah, I've seen the remake. Huh. There's supposed to be tides in there? Okay, well, here we go, guys. Look at this. Okay, I sorry for the, I got a bit quiet because I was just like a little stunned to read about this tide system. Once the player enters the cave, the tide will not reset until the player leaves the cave and attempts to re-enter. One can determine what is the tide in Shoal Cave by looking at an analog clock, particularly the one in the player's house in Little Root Town. If the hour hand is in the high half of the clock face, 9:12:3, Shoal Cave is in high tide. Conversely, if the hour hand is in the low half, 369, Shoal Cave is in low tide. I remember that song, 369, Shoal Cave, low tide. All right. Interesting. We got the shells. Yeah, we need the salts. Shoal salts are available during low tide, and the shoal shells are available during high tide. Player has 4 shoal salts and 4 shoal shells in their bag. The player can give the materials to the old man in the first room to make a shell bell. Old man can make any number of shell bells, as long as the player provides the necessary materials each time. This is the only way to obtain shoal salts and shoal shells in the Generation 3 and 6 games. Alright, well, we gotta change the the tides, I suppose. Right now we're coming in during low tide. How easily can you change the clock? Yeah, what's the clock in? Let's make sure that... I wonder if the clock is still accurate. You know, I know sometimes with emulators, that's been worked out so that you can... Do shells, bells. Shells, bells. Alright. There you go. Let's go home. You can always go home. Little Root Town.
But nobody could have expected what was to come.
Hi, Ma. How you doing? How you doing, Parv? You look a little tired. I think you should rest a bit. Thanks, Mom. Take care, honey. It's nice music. Cannot find the sounds.
This is the way.
Play a little GameCube. Okay. Well, our clock seems to think it's 10:05 a.m. Well, coincidentally, that is high tide, I guess. Right? So, let's go pop in there. Let's do it. This has been a fun game, man. I've enjoyed playing it with you guys. the level of like paying attention, of course, has been all over the place with this one, but it's also been a really fun one to just hang out and, you know. I am here mostly to play games with people, you know, not if I just wanted to play the game and hang on every single detail, I would do that by me lonesome. But with that being said, I've really enjoyed it and it's been fun. Yeah. Snuggies. Huggies is the diaper brand, yeah. Right? Snuggies and Huggies. That's what we love. Alright, let's get out of here. Fly. Fly, Brendan, fly. What are you doing out here in the weeds? That was funny. I don't know that I've ever seen that little animation there. Did you see that? She was, I don't know if she was doing anything. It's just the flowers waving, huh? That's funny. I thought I saw the arms moving for a second, but not quite. Let's fly. Alright, let's get there. I get there while it's still, wait a minute. Oh wait, I can't... Yeah, the clock in the game is not matched. I can't look at my own. Alright, so, with that being said, I think if we went back in at this point, it would be... low tide. High tide. Take me down to the... walk the parts that I can walk. Oh, right there, okay. No detours this time. Alright, I want a good high tide. I don't know, wait, did it say AM or PM? On the clock at home. Oh. The shoal salts are available during low tide. Okay, right. So it's low tide for that, and the shells are available during high tide. That's why we keep getting the shells. I see. Well, damn. And that means that we're a long way off from... long way off then from what we need. The low tide that we need. Yeah. Okay, well, I get it now. Well, no shell bell for us, I suppose. I don't think... Can you change that clock or talk to Mom about that? I don't know. Let's just leave. Run away. Run away, man. Teach me where the exit is. I'll see if I can change the clock. I don't know if I can. I They probably gave you the option to do that. I don't know. Alright, one more fly back to Little Root, I believe. Dancer's exhausted. A long way across the map. Mom, help me update the clock. Just resting with Mom.
I don't need any amateurs teaching me how to train Pokemon.
Yeah, it doesn't let you adjust it here. Huh. From the file select, can you do anything? It being 10:11 doesn't really work for us because back on this chart here, 10:11 a.m. counts as high tide. We want low tide. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Back to the clock. A 60 Minutes report. Is there too much water in Hoenn? Find out tonight. Alright, let's fly back to Moss Deep. Maybe it's time we look for this, you know, way forward. Steven mentioned there being a tunnel between Moss Deep and Sootopolis. I'm thinking it's gonna be something we need to dive. In fact, let's go get set somebody up to be able to dive. I would like to move Pokemon. Who can be our diver? We did get this this Mantine recently. I'm curious if it's any good. Even kind of tanky. Sorry, losing my headphones.
Chico Rita.
Big Dog, the Houndour. Whale Shit, the Whalmer. You like to dive? You look a good Pokemon for surf and dive. We have Boyance, the Spheal. Level 32. And there's some ice stuff. Aurora Beam, okay. 65. 5-turn attack that gains power in successive hits. Ice Ball, I'm not familiar with that one. Body Slam. You've got some pretty sweet moves right now. I don't know about Ice Ball. I don't like being dedicated to something for 5 turns, but I can see that being hard to stop under certain circumstances. Damn it, are you too good to get the HM I'm thinking about? Wait. You're icing water. See, I don't know if I should teach dive to our starter. I don't know. I don't think I'd be using it in battle. There were a bunch of these back in that cave, so I could always find another one if we really needed it. Yeah, maybe this is a candidate. Them being level 32 is kind of tempting. Then again, here's our starter. Oh, there's the party, right? Swampert. Swampert, what do you think, Mang? I don't really use foresight. I don't like takedown, really. It seems kind of powerful, but it doesn't really give them much in the way of coverage. You get a normal move, I guess, but when is that? I'd probably get rid of takedown or foresight. Just give it to Mr. Mud. I don't know, man. Who wants to dive? Do-do-do-do-do. Beep, bump, bump, do-do-do-do-do. Alright, let's do this. I don't do much, I haven't done much in the way of save states, really anything on this playthrough. But let's do a safety one there. I'm thinking about teaching our starter how to dive. Having an ice Pokemon would be sweet. I'm gonna have to get rid of Mr. Mud here. And I don't think I can do that, you know. All goes back to Mr. Mud. I'm gonna do it. I think I could get rid of takedown, probably. I don't think foresight is gonna be staying around. I just don't find myself using it often. I'm getting in with him and do like surf usually, so, or you know, sometimes mud shot, but let's blah blah blah. Let's ditch foresight. I'm not using it. It'd be nice to cut through the, you know, accuracy buffs that they're giving themselves, but alright. We did it. Do-do, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. We can dive and we can surf. Dancer's got fly and surf. Hey, it's letting us get around the map. Pine Sol, you should probably learn cut just to be like the rest of the others. I'm gonna get rid of Lucy in favor of Whacked Out. Welcome to the party, Whacked Out. Doo-doo-doo. Alright. Think I'm good to go now? Thank you guys for your patience. Got a lot done today in terms of some stuff we've been putting off, like, you know, buying items and a little shuffle to the roster. Alright, so here's what I want to do. I think we just got to get out here and look for the places to dive. It looks like we might be able to just head down to Evergrande City. I know they've mentioned Sootopolis and like a tunnel. Let's just start surfing. The mangroves. Okay. Okay, we're getting close to Sootopolis here. But hemmed in. Yeah, probably gotta use that tunnel they mentioned. Getting your dive on. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna move down. Oh, that looks like... There it is. The sea is deep here. Would you like to use dive? Cool. You know what? I don't know, man. It's not the best to have those two HMs, but yeah. It's then again, you gotta get around on the map, I suppose. Yeah, oops, all HMs. Yeah, and I think it's maybe like when you get, I don't know. I'm out of my depth here, but I think I read something about maybe getting to Gen 4, or by the time you're getting into 3 and 4, people were... I think you're having a ton of HMs that you're needing to put on Pokemon, and, you know, they would eventually make it easier to use those HMs. You know, without having to take up a slot. This is cool. I can barely hear this music here. Let me Our character looks so funny underwater too. I swear, man, they changed our character. Alright. They're all ducked down, you know. We'll be able to surface somewhere. I mean, I know that it was letting us surface back there. Random battles? Question mark? So far, no.
That's the game.
That's it, huh? That's the game. I think I'm just gonna head south here. Just wanted to double back a bit. What is this? Oh, just a rock down there, I thought. Crazy little music. I like the bubbles. Oh, cool. We underwater. I like that. We get the town moniker there. That little town sign popping up underwater. Really?
He blew his mind out in a car.
So we could surface here. Alright, let's shake all the water off of our PokeNav. Take a look at the map once again. Interesting, we're close to Evergrande City. Well, I suppose the answer is something along the lines of, well, Palpuck, his Pokemon used HM08. Dive. Gosh. We got another dark spot here to venture into. Got a trainer swimming around. Look, man, it's a hidden machine, okay? These things work wonders. You have to swim, cycle, and then run a marathon in a triathlon. It's a grueling race that consists of 3 events. My jaw is tight. I was hoping I could get a little pop there. Triathlete Caitlin. Star U, shaking around, shaking the water off. Yeah, it seems like the character's probably going to need to pop their ears when they, you know, get up, when they emerge from a deep dive like that. Star U fainted. See you later, Star U. A Pokemon battle is grueling too. Oh, we have a pearl we can sell. I may as well make the best of this. I'd like a rematch sometime. Alright, got you registered. See you for the rematch. Get a couple mons ready for this next group. The sunlight seems to be more harsh in this area. You're looking awfully tough. I wonder if I can win. Yeah, our hero appears to be unfazed, you know? Seems like the magic of friendship with his Pokemon. It'll take you flying across the skies, and atop the ocean waves and down below. Deep under the ocean. I've mentioned this before, but I went to a, as a kid, you know, my mom had us going to church a lot, and one of the experiences that came along with that and this particular type of church was the vacation Bible school in the summers, which was always kind of a crazy time for me as a kid, because as a person who spent a lot of time around church, we kind of all knew each other, the regulars and stuff, but during vacation Bible school, it was just like, you know, a whole lot of kids from around the area would be brought in and dropped off. You know, it was basically like a week-long sort of church camp kind of thing, with, you know, kids going home every day. It's not a camping thing, but yeah. And I remember this one year they did some kind of underwater, you know, rather just the theme was the oceans, seas, you know, water, which is funny because I feel like this is maybe right on the cusp of all the that generation of retro games where everybody wanted to show off some kind of tropical location, or you know, some cool fluid, you know, physics and fluid dynamics, so to speak. And like, you know, so hey, maybe they were really much looking forward to, or you know, they're on the cusp of the cutting edge of the aesthetics that are going to be big. All that is to say that I remember there was one time during one of the services, it was kind of at the end of the day, and we've all been going from like station to station and outside running around and stuff, and then we're brought in for like a final kind of thing, and then we're going to be released to the getting picked up by parents, etc. And she's trying to it's the pastor's wife, and they're old as dirt at this point. And I remember her trying to give this like guided meditation. She's like, close your eyes, and she's like, you're underwater, deep under the waves, surfing under the water. And I just remember kind of, instantly being drawn out and being like, whoa, surfing under the water? I don't think this lady knows what she's talking about. And I don't remember what else. I don't know where we were getting, where she was getting, or where I'm going now with this guided meditation. But I think it was about like finding a serenity, a calm, which also, if you've ever watched, Planet Earth or any other deep sea nature documentary, anything that covers deep sea stuff, it's anything but a peaceful and serene place. There's still a lot of stuff getting ate. There are tough trainers galore around Evergrande. Do you think I may be out of my league? You're deep under the waves, surfing under the water. This is Kira. Listen, you have to hear this. I had a Pokemon battle earlier, but I lost at the last second. It burns me up. And she's pissed.
Shut the fuck up! I'm pissed now.
I'd like to go to Satopolis, I think, but I figured why not keep exploring. Looks like, here we are, Evergrande, or at least around it. Should have gotten those repels, huh? Whoa. Look at that. Well, no, I didn't mean us, Palpuck. I meant, like, to life under, I don't know, to... It doesn't seem like a very serene place just in general. Like, I know that, popping in for a dive or something, that's one thing, but I don't know if I want to be meditating under there. And I don't necessarily mean, that, as a human, I would be in a great amount of danger. More so, life down there isn't peaceful. I'd be an intruder on that life, but yeah. No, don't worry. This is not some like anti-shark propaganda. I knew it was coming. I knew it was. No, we're on the same side. I'm with you. We, our ability to survive down there comes down more to our, how to, like you said earlier, how to deal with the pressure and how to deal with the breathing. 3 months in the wild, man. It's a crazy place, Tater. I think some of the squirrels around here must have a longer life expectancy, because they're growing to be quite big. So we're hemmed in. We've got this waterfall over here. Then we got a rock perimeter. All right, here we go. Yeah, I can't get out of here. Yeah. They just have a little nibble. Yeah, well, you know, I know with cats, Tater, the life expectancy of indoor versus outdoor is really, again, it's a really stark contrast. I don't know it off the top of my head, but seen it before. Also, you know, it's tough too with cats being, you know, obviously there's enough out there that are wild, but cats also kill a lot of birds. Like there's been some studies recently that like it seems like we for a long time really underestimated the extent to which cats would kind of could work towards, you know, depopulating bird and, you know, other, like, you know, small critters, those populations. At the very least, they wouldn't, the big dent that they put into it. Let's talk to you. I don't think I have. Why am I checking the sand? I want to find a heart scale. If you find one, it's supposed to bring you good luck and love, so I'm trying to collect as many as I can. No matter how many I collect here, Route 128 always seems to bring more. Do we have like an item finder or something? Yeah, they take out a lot of small creatures. You know, of course, there's a lot of cats that are, you know, feral, and there's always going to be some level of them out there hunting small creatures for the foreseeable future. But yeah, it's... I think we're going to have to dive into some of these smaller spots here. Go diving. Lady Godiva. Lady Go diving. There we go. Nothing down here for us. Oh, man. I thought about posting this to Discord, but I actually saw a pretty good sized rattlesnake a couple days ago. Crossing a trail ahead of me. I was going for a hike. And it was already mostly like over to the trail, like crawling to the sort of hillside of the trail. And then like crawled up the hill and very slowly just going up this quite steep hill, you know, on the side of the trail. But yeah, I saw it right away, and I was like, I think that's a rattlesnake. And then I was like, oh yeah, definitely. But thankfully, I was pretty far out when I first spotted it. I have run up on them before. Well, literally jogging one time, and then another time out hiking, and was taking a look at something else, and then I think my wife and I were pretty much right on top of one's like little burrow, I think it was like under some leaves or something, you know. I don't remember. We were on a long hike, and it was almost towards the end of it, and we had stopped to look at something. I don't know, this like really gnarled stump or something, you know, like a... And we were kind of like leaning over at it, and then we heard, you know, heard the very distinct rattler, you know, or the rattle. And then we got the fuck out of there really quickly, and I didn't really want to stick. It was already dusk, and I didn't want to stick around to see what it was. But yeah. Evergrande City is still a long ways. Might have been an entrance to Evergrande from the north side, or I'm wondering if you have to get there via dive. And I'm wondering what they're going to truly have us do next, you know, between those cities. How you doing, Darth Kev? Welcome. Oh, water moccasin? Yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with those. It's interesting because this, you know, this rattlesnake, I was able to, I was trying to get like a picture or a couple pictures that took some terrible pictures. And then I got a video and it was also terrible, but it was because another person was about to walk up. They were still far out, but I wanted to like, I don't know, I was kind of concerned with telling this person that had a dog coming up, like, hey, heads up, you know? Even though the snake at this point was starting to get on the rock wall to the side of the, you know, that hemmed the trail in. It was like, you know, the dog could easily, you know, it was still able to, you know, be an issue if the dog ran right up on it or something and tried to chase or. So like I was doing a video for a bit as it started to crawl up the rock wall, and then I was just like the video a couple times just starts going everywhere as I'm like, oh, is that guy here? I was gonna who's that? Oh, it's someone here. Maybe I should let him know. So yeah, I need to work on my wildlife photography, but always room for improvement. Well, let's explore this little trench. Oh, wow. Okay. Glad we took a second to explore this little trench. You can save down here. That's cool. Well, there's that stolen submarine. Kind of stumbled into it. What are we about to do? Go inside of that thing? Clear it out. Submarine Explorer 1 is painted on the hull. This is the submarine Team Aqua stole in Slateport. Team Aqua must have gone ashore here. Oh wow. Okay, so we can... Seafloor cavern. Wow. Okay, cool. Convenient. The seafloor cavern. Run away. All right. Oh, that's cool, Kev. Yeah, I'd like to hear about that. I've seen a bobcat maybe just once or twice, something like that, you know. Not it's been a long time too. The bobcat I encountered the most, sadly, was the one up on my up on my family's up on their wall. A stuffed bobcat. I bet it was a good kitty.
Oh my God.
I see a lot of coyotes. I've seen coyotes the couple places I've lived here in California. The ones in and around Los Angeles, some of them are quite fearless, or I should say just, they have a very high threshold for like dealing with being around humans. They're not quite as skittish, you know, and of course, like, you know, a lot of like dogs and cats go missing and stuff, and especially if they're, you know, left alone outside. Oh, a rock break. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, Kev. Yeah, that's what I figured with the bobcats. Yeah, they're skittish around humans, and yeah, I could see them only being defensive in that situation where, you know, you're walking up on a, you know, a little bobcat nest, little bobcat den, I suppose. The coyotes, like I said, they get a lot of pets and stuff, and they also just, I think over time have, like I said, really become more accustomed to humans. And when I go out on the trails, when I go jogging, I've had several encounters. I usually see one every couple months or something. And then they'll come in streaks too, but that is to say, like, on average, at least, you know, once a month I'm seeing something, but it's often that it'll be there for a couple weeks, or whoopsie daisy. It'll be more frequent or something. I've seen ones that are just sort of solo, or at least I don't see the other coyote, but I've seen a couple packs at night, man. A buddy of mine came out to visit, and he wanted to go for a hike, and you know, we went. This is at a time that I would normally not go. I'm usually going in the morning, getting that morning run in. But we went for a hike in the evening, or you know, late afternoon, and sun's starting to go down, and we're like, okay, yeah, you know, we're losing daylight. We better start getting we better start going home, you know, heading back, and I want to see the Team Aqua member. Too bad. Could probably enter from another way, but yeah, I don't think you can just. And it's funny because as the sun went down, we could begin to hear them from other parts of the hills. Just we could hear the hunting, and you know, hear them running in packs and stuff, and just so much yipping. And it was funny because not too long after, at that point when we realized we should be heading back, and there's this little ridge that was just above the ridge that we're on, and a pack of them was kind of following us for a bit, and it wasn't that they weren't that you know, they were about 15 feet above us or so. That is to say, not that much, maybe 15, 20 feet, something like that. And we could just hear them like yip, 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 you know, just like really going crazy, and we couldn't see them. It was it was pretty full on night. I don't worry about like getting attacked by coyotes. They don't generally, you know, they will attack small humans. They've sometimes gotten defensive, or it's not to say no one's ever gotten attacked by a coyote, but you know, again, like a lot of snakes, generally don't want to fight unless they think they have to, or you know, coyotes will try to run away, you know. But yeah, there was a big pack of them, and I don't know how many, but I heard several animal voices. It wasn't just, you know, 2 or 3. It was a bunch. And it seemed like they were kind of doing a bit of like trying to run us off, or kind of a bit of, you know, or, you know, power. And again, I only usually just see 1 or 2 at a time. So, oh, we got to be able to break that rock. I forgot that we can do that. Damn. Who's gonna learn Rock Smash? I gotta come back here. Yeah. That's funny, Kev. Yeah, that's... I saw that... yeah, I saw something for that recently. Maybe in the last month or so. Yeah, yeah, Palpuck. I know that they've... you know, they've been in and around us for... a very long time. Some Wile E. Coyotes. In our midst. Am I gonna teach Rock Smash to somebody? Man, his HMs. I'm trying to bust up the Team Aqua headquarters. Oh!
I'm pissed now.
Okay, how can I, Okay. I'm like, hey, let's put a spot right here on the map. It is where this guy swims, so that'll be easy enough to find. Right? This one guy out in the, Great Blue Ocean. I can remember the tile here. It's... talking about the... yeah, the fourth tile down from Moss Deep. Four tiles south of Moss Deep's southwest corner. Cool. Alright, I gotta teach somebody Rock Smash, I guess. Maybe it's time to keep around a Pokemon that only does HMs. Before we do that, though, I need to get a little break in. Let's fly over to... can you fly from a surfing position? Yeah, let's go to Moss Deep. I'm having a fun time today. Thank you guys for hanging. Of course, I usually have a fun time.
Oh!
All right, let's save. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and save. Yeah, now that we got dive on our character, we're just gonna keep it. Sorry, Swampert. All right, guys, let me go here. Thank you guys for hanging. Here's the evil organ music. All right, some Pokebach. How you guys doing? Welcome. We are back, baby. When we get back, we're gonna dive back in, Bach in, and see if we can get back to that submarine. I'm glad we found it. There's still more to explore out there, too. I bet there's more folks swimming around. I would imagine we could get to one of the two cities, but I don't know. All right. I'm going to have to give somebody Rock Smash, too. We'll figure that out. All right, guys. Something to think about over the break.
No.
All right. I'll see you guys back here in a bit. BRB, thank you for hanging, and happy Tuesday.
No, man.
I'm so sorry.
Oh!
Retro gamers, welcome back to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. How you doing, guys?
Oh!
Good to see you. Welcome. How's your day been? Been a good one for me. Long day. Feeling a little tired, but that's okay. We're doing a little comfort food Pokemon. I think we got at least another hour together. Sounds fun. One thing I gotta call to attention. Get the thumbnail back up there. We only lack one badge right now. That's it. Just one. Badge number 8. This music. We get some Bizarro. Bizarro version of the theme, the original theme. Title screen theme. All right, it's good to see you guys. Should we play the game? Give me 1 second. I'll do just a short clip here and I'll get us over into the game. This is something from yesterday. See you on the other side.
No one else creates this kind of experience.
Mantine. All right, here we go. Just push play. Now, somebody's got to learn. Well, I guess they don't have to learn. We have someone in our box who knows Rock Smash. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I think, was it Makuhita? I think we also had like a Machop. Who's our Smasher? Well, you don't know it. Taught Rock Smash to somebody, right? Mankey? Yeah, Monk. That's right. I think this is the one. Yeah, that it's funny because I was seeing that Machamp, and you know, I don't want to use Machamp that much because that's a Pokemon line I've used a few times. I was trying to stick to mostly the Gen 3 stuff that we keep in our party. Yeah, Monk's got Rock Smash. Let's drop Monk. Let's see. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. You know what? I don't know. Dancer is Dancer is amazing, and they're a little ahead of the other Pokemon in level. I think maybe I'll ditch Dancer. I'll let them, they're just taking a turn. They're just taking a little time in the box. Our character's a total jerk. He puts all the Pokemon in, everybody takes a turn. Starters aren't exempt. It's a control thing. He always says there's a good reason. Something about a HM or I don't know, but all the Pokemon know is that they get stashed in that box. Palpuck, tomorrow I'll try... I saw another option somewhat recently. I think that with, I may have one you know, one thing I can toggle for the YouTube side of it. I think that the stream is more unstable, but it said that it's, you know, I guess it is less of a delay. So we can give that a shot, see how it runs tomorrow, because I get that the delay hurts the, you know, hurts the, you know, kind of what we do here. Conversations. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, most of them just spend their existence in a ball, I guess. Inside the PC, what are we to imagine? They're outside of their balls? At that, I mean, are they just running around? All right, we got our rock smasher. I think the rest of the team can do what they need to do. It'd be good to have like an electric Pokemon or something too. So few slots, so many Pokemon typings, and you know, specific mons that I want to put in my party. Let's just go south. There's a guy swimming around. Fourth tile down. File not found. I think we went too far. 1, 2, 3. No, seafloor cavern. Yeah, alright. Sweet, it's on the map. And we talked to you. Maybe we didn't. We've been working so hard to mount a Pokemon League challenge. We can't afford to lose now. That's right, we were diving underwater during, like, kind of past this point. Gloom. Yeah, I don't know, Palpuck. I know that there's a few candidates out there, I would assume. Probably a couple common ones, but yeah. It's tough, because, yeah, they end up taking up a spot in your... Oh, you know what? I actually, for this generation, I did hear that Tropius is good for that. I actually just read something about that a couple weeks ago. We were looking for something else on stream, and you know, whether or not to teach an HM to somebody, and poor Pine Sol. Paralyzed from the tree down. Okay. Sriracha, care to join us?
God, this is annoying.
I think it could learn a few. Palpuck, Tropius could, yeah. Obviously, it's not learning dive or surf. Azumarill. Do what you can, whacked out. Get in there. Yeah, I know, Kev, yeah. People are pretty lackadaisical with the, just, yeah, swimming out in what seem to be pretty treacherous waters. At least they're full of jellyfish. Excuse me, a Tentacool and Tentacruel, sorry. Come on, this thing is an Easter egg. It's the Easter Bunny. Get it out of here.
do my best.
Peekaboo. Come on, whacked out. You need to be getting crits. Oh, how could this happen? You know, one of the things that this game that I did take great delight in, it's a great feature, is being able to save pretty much anywhere, and the game bringing you typically back to the tile that you were on. And yeah, it obviously makes it really good for portability and playing a game on the run. Bringing it to a quick halt. Do you have a rival whom you just hate to lose against? I'm still a bit tickled by the ability to just save anywhere. I don't know. I think when you grew up playing NES games during your core development, the ability to save in the first place is still, hey, that's cool. To save pretty much anywhere, you know. My God. Come on, Donnie.
Only from Nintendo.
Are they bringing it out? Alright. Stay in there, Pine Saw. You're doing okay. Bubble Bean. That's yeah, a good, how much of the population lives in a Poke Center desert, you know, with no Poke Center or Poke Mart anywhere nearby. And all the rural Poke Centers are going to be shutting down soon ever since subsidies got cut. Alright, so obviously we can get back in that trench. What else is on the surface? Maybe I'll just go back in there. It's time to go in there. Probably need to heal a bit. I think we got... Pine Saw's paralyzed. Let's get a toss a bottle of water over to Whacked Out. They're not doing so good. I say we drop down in there. It's right around here, I believe. Or does it move? Okay, let's see. I think I traveled down a little bit, actually, so... From the oversea. Is this that first trench that we got into? let's pop up to the surface. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're way up there. Yeah, they'll drop some stuff around. Yeah, I do like to have some stuff ready to go, because it tends to keep me out into the field longer. Although I will still run back to the Pokemon Center, you know, often. Something I never used that would be helpful with that would be like, you know, dig, or... It's a lot easier when you get fly. Yeah, it's down in this vicinity. Okay, yeah, I think we dropped in there and it wasn't anything, but then this place we went to after this, we found it, so we're close, I believe. Yeah. Right. Just a little alcove. I think this is it. I like to stay equipped. I think for me that's what the having some of the items does. I can just stay out in the field longer, you know, and again I'll still run back a lot. As a kid I would do that so often, you know. I was worried to use items, but try to use them now to keep me out longer. Yeah. Excuse me. Fine soul. Okay, back in Seafloor Cavern. Currently overrun with Team Aqua. And Ganondorf. Right before he has his indigestion, you know, Ganondorf has just a bit of indigestion. Why can't I say it? Indigestion. Tight jaw tonight. Jeez Louise. It hoits. Indigestion. There it is. I give myself indigestion screaming that. Let's go, Mr. Mud. I don't know why I brought you in. Should have brought in a rock thrower. Come on, Mr. Mud, pull through. Yeah, wow. Yeah, a lot of hours, Kev. Sorry if I asked you this before, but did you ever fill up the Pokédex? I never did, but I'm playing, you know, I'm playing that ROM hack from Zombie Anton, Crystal 251. And it's going to be a long-term project, but that's the goal. I'd like to fill up the Pokédex. That's funny. Oh, fuck. I like that crossover there. Pine Saw, sorry that I didn't help you. You better help yourself with a little Mega Drain. Holy crap. Pine Saw. I mean, I know it's just a Puccina, but... I want to get a promotion so I can boss around the grunts. Yeah, definitely, Kev, yeah. Really hard. I did have someone I could trade with, and I did that for some of the... filling in some of the ones that we couldn't get for each other, and for getting the trade evolution, so I'm thankful for that, you know. Shout out to my cousin and rival. named the rival in my game, but yeah, we would trade for the trade evolutions and trade back. Do, 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 do. But we didn't get to see each other, like, you know, every weekend or anything, so sometimes it'd be a long time before you'd, you know, be able to make your next big trade. Oh, that's cool, Kev. What, like through trading? Is that how you would do it? Guess that's how it was done. The real hardware. I think there was one time my cousin... I played a little bit of Yellow as a kid, but I don't think I made it all the way through. You know, Red was the one that I had. I bought it shortly after the launch of Red and Blue. Alright, we gotta move some... Time to move some more stones. There's an exit right there. There's some interesting videos. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but I'll try to find one and maybe go back into history and try to find it. Maybe let you guys know tomorrow. But there's a couple of a couple of creators on YouTube who I've seen some videos on them doing the like full Pokédex for, you know, Gen 3. Well, Gens 1, 2, and 3, and showing, you know, the increasing difficulty with catching them all. And of course, you know, like, whoopsie. There you go, Pine Saw. Oh, jeez. Can you get any of that back? This is not going to be very effective, I know, but... Don't die on us. Yeah. Stupid chain of events on my part. Get out of there, Pine Saw. Yeah. That's cool, Cav, yeah. It's a very sweet generation. You know, I was already getting checked out of Pokemon when it came to Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I did play Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I had a lot of fun with those, but I didn't, I remember my cousin he did all the extra content on the Sevi Islands, and I remember us being like, wait, who are some of these Pokemon? Because we had skipped Gen 3, but it feels good to come back and actually play this one. It is a really good game, and it's... I'm 7 dungeons in, or 7 gems in, so I don't know, feel fairly confident in saying, you know, it's a great game. Not my favorite Pokemon, but okay, I might just exit. I think if I... Come on and break that rock. There you go, Monk. Okay. Oh. We haven't fought that guy down there, though, I don't believe. Ooh. Potential for... Oh, it's going for the double battle. Oh, we forgot to heal him. Sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm Saul. No, you got healed. Never mind. I did right by you. Oops. All right. Gojira, it's your time to shine. Get in there. You know, it's interesting, too, that I'd like to keep this game file going after I beat it. But, you know, at a certain point, I think, for the streaming, you know, all that optional content, finding all the legendaries, sadly, I don't think I'll have time for a ton of it, you know, before it feels right to move on. But with that being said, I want to keep the file open, and I want to keep playing it in my spare time as well. And it was Palpuck. Lost it. You know, I'm interested too in playing Mother 3. I am one who is interested too in playing Mother 3. I'm just gotta make the time for it. Run away. Who are you? Where do you think you're going? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Kev, they're really sweet. I like the mechanics of. By the time you get to this generation, I'm currently playing Gen 2, and I really love it, and I'm having an awesome time. But yeah, you know, like things are. There's an even greater, I think, level of battle mechanics added with this one, and with that being said, it's crazy what they pull off in Gen 2. What all is there? It's very ambitious. It's just a cleaner, faster in this one, and yeah. I failed to win. Partner, forgot the map in the submarine. How's that for being useless? I can't find the way out. I'm not afraid. Don't get me wrong. Alright. Does that all connect down there? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, Palpuck. Yeah, about Earthbound. I should say that I would like to play it sometime. I'm sure, I don't know if there's like a, since I'm already playing them out of order, I don't know if anything really matters. I don't know. I'd be curious about your thoughts, since I think you've played them. But I would like to play Beginnings. I fired it up one time at the end of a stream, just really for the heck of it, just to. I had beaten some other game, and we had a few minutes left, and I wasn't planning on digging into the game, but it is funny how much of the intro is mirrored in Earthbound, and I did that before I came around and played Earthbound, which... That was a fun experience. I knew hardly anything about it, and see if we can get this gold back. I knew not much about it at all going into it. A little bit of what I learned through Smash, and that was not really going into the details much. It's mostly like, oh, these characters and these stages are from Earthbound. And it's one of my favorite games now. Let's toss that Ultra Ball. Yeah, what did you do? Yeah. Right. I know in some series maybe it matters. Other times, you know, play what you're compelled to get into or what you can stick with, you know. Its fangs easily puncture even thick animal hide. It loves to feast on the blood of people and Pokemon. It flits about in darkness and strikes from behind. It's kind of like when you know, if you have a favorite author or something, and or an author that you'd like, rather you're considering getting into an author, and everyone tells you, like, read these, you know, bam, these are the ones that are great, you know. If you completely write off the other ones, you know, if they were prolific enough, there's probably some others that, if you liked a couple of those books a lot, you'll probably at least get something out of reading the others, and maybe it'll be a sleeper hit. Alright, we got a gold bet. Gold bladder. Yeah, I'd like to play them both, you know, get around to it. I do want to work one of those in soonish. We started Wind Waker, and I really should get back to that as the next kind of big project. What are we going to name you? Vampira. All right, another Mon caught. Is that an exit back there? So I should check that. What's up ahead? Oh, is this is where we came from? Okay, I think that connects to... I think if the up and to our right is where we were popping into earlier. Excuse me. I'm curious about this exit here, but you have to go over this ledge. Let me just make sure that this is what I think it is. Connects. Like I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, okay. That's where we just came through. Cool. Sadly, I caught a stray when it comes to spoilers for Earthbound Beginnings. And, you know, I don't want to spoil this for anybody who would get there, but that is to say, it's something that, like, I think I could see making sense, but it's a particular move that you you'd really like to have in your arsenal against the final boss. You would like to make use of, I should say. That move for the final boss, and I didn't need to know that. Again, it could, you know, I could see having beaten Earthbound, you know, like, oh, okay, well that makes sense, but... I had a really good playthrough, Kev. I just played it through it the first time recently, and yeah, I had a really fun time with it. I'd say it's, I gotta put it up there with my favorite games now, and it was just, yeah. I played it for a long time too. We put a lot of streams into it. You know, which kind of added a little bit to some of the sentimentality. But it was good. Yeah. I really loved the music. I loved I really enjoyed the writing and the music, the aesthetics, really the whole package together. And it was interesting because I could see how I've heard parallels between games like Pokemon and, or not necessarily parallels, but like fans of both, you know, sometimes mention elements that are consistent between series like Pokemon that are kind of set in a somewhat modern, you know, setting. Okay, got a exit down there. 2 caves here, lots to explore. I'd like to see where this takes me. Wait a minute, is that wow, what a tangled web we weave around here. Alright. Wow, okay, that's that connection, okay. Or does that just look the same? Run away! Mine saw sounds awesome. I don't know where I'm going. I thought I had it down.
Rise from your grave.
Got you. All right, I get. I'm gonna head back out there and then get back to that room with the 2 caves. Yeah. How cool is that, Kev? Yeah. Yeah, if you look around, there's still some great deals to be had, mostly in the form of people not knowing what they have, or, you know, or, the old reliable of, trying to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff kind of quickly. That's cool, you got some sweet games. I know, I haven't done much in the way of yard sales, garage sales, stuff like that in a while now, but I'd like to, that'd be a fun thing to do, you know. Never know what you're gonna find. Should dig in. Alright, here we go. Let's try this cave. We've got 2 here to check out. The Zubat is a flapping. Fix my posture. Oh, look at this. Yikes. Got some currents. Ah! Oh wow, you can guide it like that. Is this where this is another, like, entrance, or? What the hell? Oh, nice. That's a good... Well, you know, like, yeah, sometimes you look for folks who are looking to get rid of something and, you know... Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I haven't done any thrifting. Well, I mean, I've done, like, for clothes, but, not so much, you know, yeah, hitting up yard sales, garage sales. Need to work that into the routine. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting times. Busting out of the Pokeball. Alright, back to this one. Let's go right this time. It's gonna be easier if we, I suppose we have to come from this direction. Let's go. This time we explore this cave. Alright. I think that this is in another room. You know, like yeah, I think that we're in a different chamber. That's cool, Kev. Yeah. Shoot, you know, I mean, like, the price of even just that Earthbound cart by itself, I think, is more than $100, you know, so. If I had to guess. Okay, don't sweep us out to the sea. Okay. I see that it's coming back there. Okay. I've never played X2. I want to get around to that one sometime. And I haven't played 7. You know, I've played all of the Famicom stuff. Beaten all of those and enjoyed them a lot. But, yeah. Didn't play 7. Didn't play 8 either. I'm gonna have to hang it up somewhat soonish, guys. I'm getting a little tired and kind of headachy. Hope we get through the rest of this. We gotta find this freaking sub. Don't do that. No. It's funny. I guess if I hit that crossroads and go up, we'll be okay. Let's try that. Is there anything else in here? I wanted to stop in the water there, but... We're in the jets. Ah, sweet. Now we're not going so fast. I can't see anything. And then there's a cave here. It's just... Oh, okay. Is this from the room that was on the left? Maybe? Alright. Look at that, a whole bunch of boulders there. If you want to sneak up on them one by one, huh? You can move all these boulders. That's funny. Yeah, if you don't want to do the double battle, I guess you... Have a freshwater. Yeah. Oh, cool. I remember Dark Cloud. Yeah. I bet. Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, I hope you can find it sometime. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to me, you know, especially these days, I'm buying a game because I want to play it, and I have some stuff that's complete in box, especially now that I have a couple of Genesis games, you know. That's a little more common. A lot of loose carts out there, but of course, it was not that difficult. It was easier to keep a Genesis box around for many people than it was other boxes. Just by way of its material. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, it's a lot of loose carts. Buy them to play them. Also don't, you know, it's limited funds, and I've had to restart my portions of my collection a couple of times. And I do want payback for what happened at the Weather Institute. I'm gonna give you a little taste of pain. Resign yourself to it. Pain, you say. Let's go. Aqua Admin Shelly. Funny that you can fight them solo. Possibly should have saved. Look at that, Sharpedo. We haven't seen this one. Sharpedo. Alright. Looks like half a shark. That's your holy grail. One day it's gonna be there, Kev. You know what, Pinesaw? Keep rolling. Welcome, Dustin. You're back. We're not trying to run away anyway. Oh, those are speed. That's right. Okay. Alright. I like the swagger animation. How anime.
The power is Nintendo.
Pine Sol is confused. Organ guy rolls up his sleeves. The organist. My part comes soon. Aqua Admin Shelly, goodbye. Sweet hair for Shelly. I've enjoyed beating the crap out of all these, you know, Aqua and Magma admins. You could have enjoyed the fabulous world our boss has promised as one of us. I'm not a goober. 500 bucks. Damn, Kev. But meddlers like you use the power of Pokemon to mess with us even at a place like this. Life just doesn't work the way we need it to. I know that's the truth. At least that last line. Mighty Ina. Pinesol's been, you know, coming in clutch lately. That's right, Dustin.
I love the vibes here, dude. This is a fucking great town.
Wow, Sonic's fast too.
Golbat, you say? All right. Thank you guys for hanging. I say we get through whatever's, you know, this. Hopefully, the end of this submarine scenario is not too far off from here. I think I might have to wrap it up. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow and Thursday as well, and then off for a couple weeks. So. Come on, Gojira 2. Well, there's a lot of fun percussion in the Gen 3 soundtracks too. Sometimes more, it's sometimes higher in the mix than others, but a lot of like timpani and definitely adds to the big feeling of some of the big showpiece battle songs. You know, we don't dare question the motives of our leader, but here you are, just some punk, going up against our boss. Like you.
I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
I'm pissed now.
Maybe. You must be something. Alright. I'm gonna save. You must be something. I need to get a quick bio break in, and then I'm gonna pick up where we right where we left off, alright? BRB. Man, tough choice, I know, right? Between those beverages there. That's actual footage from Parvination streams. Look, even more boulders. Here we go, baby. We got a boulder puzzle. Let's get back into it. It's not gonna work, sir. Whoops. Oh, why did you do that? Damn. That's funny. I wasn't even trying to push that one. Go back. There we go. Don't turn off the power. Whatever you do. Okay, here we go. Next room. Earthquake. Alright. Damn. I can't think of Earthquake now and not think of Doug Trio. And this last playthrough I did of Pokemon Generation 1, I did it a couple years ago. A few years ago, I guess, at this point. Did it on stream. It was my first time playing Gen 1, really, in a very long time. And it was a good one. I enjoyed it. Very much so. Whoa. That's another legendary down there. We've already seen one being awoken. What I was going to say about Gen 1 is I became a believer in the power of Diglett and Doug Trio. My God. I think it's sweep teams. I didn't know Doug Trio was that awesome. At least in oh shit. At least early on. Hold it right there. So it was you after all. Behold!
Limp Bizkit!
See how beautiful it is. The sleeping form of the ancient Pokemon, Kyogre. I have waited so long for this day to come. It surprises me how you've managed to chase me here. But that's all over now. For the realization of my dream, you must disappear now. Yeah, I think Mr. Mud would be a good candidate. I'll go check what moves he learns, but yeah, that'd be, I mean, it's a powerful move. And Mr. Mud being ground, he's got to be able to learn it, right? I would hope. Sorry I didn't get you healed up, Pinesaw. Why don't you take a Mega Drain to start the battle? I saw the same setup the last time we fought one of these. Come on, Pinesaw. There you go. No confusion about it. Super potion. Ah, typical. There you go, Pine Saw. He's all dizzy. Keeps doing the right thing. Come on, one more time. Darn you, Pine Saw. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, we'll see you later, Mighty Ina. See you later, Pine Saw. Epic battle there, guys. Straight out of an anime. This one's a bit of a stretch here. I just wanted to try Whacked Out. You confuse me, I'll yawn you. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There you go, Whacked Out. Wait, what? We're gonna play some Genesis, guys. Let's do it. What happened? Sorry, let's... No time for Genesis right now. Well, darn, that's great for the footage. Alright, here we go. Come on. A lot of confusion dealing enemies lately. There you go, Whacked Out.
You teach me and I'll teach you.
Come on, I really want to crit. I should bring somebody else in, but maybe I'll hit another yawn, hopefully. I think I know just the Mon. Just the Mon for the job. Oh, Gojira too. You need some help. Sriracha could handle it too, I'm pretty sure. Oh shit. You're not gonna survive that. Boo. Next turn it's fallen asleep, so there's that. See if we get away with it. There you go, Gojira 2. Clutch. I'm worried about this one because Pine Saw has fainted. I think I should try to get them back in the game. So I'm going to bring out Mr. Mud and let them work a little item mojo, just in case. I think Mr. Mud could also help. I don't know if the ground stuff would do anything. Of course, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's a stretch to have them try to revive. Let's see. We have a max revive. How much HP we talking about now? Okay. Give one to Pine Saw. Don't do that, my Mr. Mud. No. Alright. I forgot what taunt does. Alright, careful, Mr. Mud. Lemonades all around. I don't think Gojira would stand much of a chance against this thing, so. Alright, Mr. Mud, would you like to start trying something here? I just wanted to have the backup plan of, you know, swamp, pine saw. Excuse me. He's confused. Wow. Totally not necessary. Aqua Leader Archie defeated. Look at Archie's suit here. Come on, buddy. Yeah, the deep V, not looking great. With, the, you know, like little purple pirate skull cap on you got. Yeah, not the best. What? I lost to a mere child like you? I commend you. I must recognize that you are truly gifted. But I have this in my possession. With this red orb, I can make Kyogre. The red orb suddenly began shining by itself. Ding. No!
You can't disrespect Pokemon like that, Pokemon.
What are you doing? Oh no, it's another box legendary. And it's gone. What? I didn't do anything. Why did the red orb... Where did Kyogre go? It's a message from our members outside. Yes, what is it? It's raining heavily? Good, that should have happened. That should have happened. That's why we awakened Kyogre. To realize Team Aqua's vision of expanding the sea. What? It's raining far harder than we envisioned? You're in danger. That can't be. That's just not possible. Hold your position and monitor the situation. Form a perimeter. There's something wrong. The red orb is supposed to awaken and control Kyogre. But why? Why did Kyogre disappear? Why? God damn it. Now Team Magma's on the scene. What have you wrought? You've finally woken Kyogre, haven't you? What'll happen to the world if this downpour continues for all eternity? The world's landmass will drown in the deepening sea. What? Don't get all high and mighty with me. Wasn't it you, Team Magma, that infuriated Groudon? So long as I have this red orb, I should be able to control Kyogre. I should be able to control it. We don't have time to argue about it here. Get outside and see for yourself. See if what you've wrought is the world that we desired. Parv, come on. You have to get out of here too. What happened? What is this wretched scene? Did I make a horrible mistake? This music. I only wanted... Do you understand now, Archie? Look at Maxie's sprite. Do you finally see how disastrous your dream turned out to be? We have to hurry. We have to do something before the situation goes completely out of control.
Oh, dang it, Bobby.
Parv, don't say a word. I know that I have no right to be critical of Archie, but the way things are now, I doubt that we humans will be capable of doing anything about it. But neither can we stand by and just watch helplessly. Reeve said, let him drown. Time for the Great Flood. The responsibility for putting an end to this falls to Archie and me. This defies belief. Those super ancient Pokemon? How you doing, Reeves? Welcome. Their power is unbelievable. They've upset the balance of nature.
Oh!
That's not good.
Oh! What are you doing?
And they took off. Here's Steven showing up on the scene. Parv, what is happening? This is terrible. After the scorching heat wave ended, this deluge began. If this doesn't stop all of Hoenn, no, the whole world will drown. This huge rain cloud is spreading from above Setopolis. What in the world is taking place there? There's no point arguing here. Setopolis might provide answers. Parv, I don't know what you intend to do, but I don't do anything reckless. Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm going to Setopolis. Oh, we're doing something reckless, buddy. Don't worry. All right, we don't have a way to... we haven't been to Setopolis ourselves. This may be a good place for us to stop. Here today, or getting close to it. How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday.
Oh!
Thanks for hanging. Let's take a look at the PokeNav, because we haven't made our way to Setopolis yet, I don't believe. We've been outside it. And we've just spent a little time around Evergrande. It's going well. We've got a 7 out of 8 badges, so we're hopefully in the home stretch. I would love to keep playing this one for a while too, and like, you know, work on catching all the legendaries and stuff like that. But I think for the sake of the stream, you know, time to move on to something else once we get it beaten. But we've had a nice long go on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's going well, man. Did you, I saw the other day, it looked like you were close to beating Claire Obscura. Yeah, is that one done yet? Yeah, we've been at it. We've been at it for a while. Yeah. You guys, you've been doing that one for a little bit too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, good luck. Oh, I didn't even think about how... Okay, well, we put the one Pokemon that knows Fly. We put them in the box. That was not the smartest, but... Alright. Yeah. Well, you know, it's like... With this game, you know, you have the 8 badges, but there's some story... There's a lot more storyline in between, you know, gyms and stuff, so... The way that it's all unfolded has been pretty sweet. It just has also made it kind of difficult to, you know, yeah, judge how long I'd be playing, or, you know. It doesn't help, too, that I stay about, you know, 60% distracted. About 40% attention paid to the game, you know. But at a certain point, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm loving it, and probably need to, you know, try to get some other games in the rotation. I want to keep this file open though. Once I beat it, I think I want to play it some in my spare time, and that'll be fun. These games can be such a long-term project because there's, you know, there's all this, you know, whether it's trying to fill up the decks or beat legendaries. There's some people get really into the like battle tower stuff, which I've never, you know, haven't messed around with. And I think with those, you pretty much should be building a team from scratch. You know, you're getting into some of that's like, I guess, the most hardcore challenges in the game. I think I needed to go. Yeah, we're almost to Moss Deep. I just gotta get, yeah, there it is. Man, it is raining bad. That's not good.
Hello.
Guys, I think I'll wrap it up tonight. You know, I don't know that we'll get this game done before I have to go on that break, but that's okay if we don't. We'll have something to look forward to. 2 more streams before that. Wow, clocking in at 95 hours. Yeah, sadly, you know, we're going to be moving, so, and it's a pretty good move, a long distance one. And got to do it all, you know, kind of in one go. So, yeah, that's happening next week. I wanted to get a couple more days in so that I could because I'm having trouble doing both, you know, like just thinking about the stream and then some of the freelance work I do and then packing. So it's like I'm hoping that I'll just we get a couple more days of work in and then I'm flipping the switch and like it's time to focus on moving and pretty much moving only. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, hoping it'll be done. You know, I hope I can get set up within a week and a half, but they're ready to stream, but we'll see. Gonna take about a week to pack, so yeah. Thanks for the well wishes. Just gotta, you know, it's easy to stress out about every little thing when it comes to moving, and there's a time to do that. Like right now, I'm gonna pull my hair out. Anyway. And be careful, there's not much left. We should consider doing a little raid. Are you rolling yet, Reeves? You gonna be streaming tonight? You guys should give Reeves a follow if you haven't done so already. A lot of fun streams over there. Finally gonna get some. Oh, you know what? I missed your last comment there about like your last stream for a while tonight. Okay, yeah, you're taking a break. What you got going on? Sorry, I missed that comment. Sweet. Getting set up. We'll be back tomorrow and Thursday as well, and then yeah, I think I'll be gone for at least about a week and a half, maybe a little bit more. Tater, thanks for those fart noises, man. Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, I hope you have a good time, Reeves. Safe travels, and it'll be good to take some time off, you know. I always feel like I come back rusty, but also a little bit like rejuvenated to get out of the routine of doing this so often, you know. You got to get out and live a little bit too, you know, that's the thing. Yeah, I hope you have a good time. Tater, what is that one emote with the like several little figures in it? I can't, it's like, I can't, it looks like little guys dancing. It's so small, I can't see it. Alright, I've got the game music and this music overlapping each other, and it's all too much, so let me fix that real quick.
Hello.
Alright. Thanks for hanging, guys. This has been a fun one. We definitely dove in. We dived. HM08 dived in. Man, a lot of HMs. So many HMs, so few move slots. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. It's fun. I'm gonna have to make sure I save after this. We don't want to lose our progress. But yeah. Let's see. You know, I can do a little bit of a collage as well. Get that rolling. You know what? I see that MK is playing right now. So, yeah. You know what? I think I owe MK a raid. Let's play some Hollow Knight. Cool. I want to get around to this game sometime. Let's go pop into MK. We'll do that today. And yeah, this has been fun, guys. Thanks for hanging. Let's get to the schedule. Sorry, I know I'm a little tired, but tomorrow, and Thursday, we'll be back here streaming once again. Now, we're all set up to do a little JP. So maybe we can squeeze a little bit of that in. But yeah, after Thursday, I will be out for a week and a half or 2 weeks, something like that. And get back to you guys and hang. Thank you so much for being here, just watching, chatting. Those of you that sub, thank you for the support. Thanks for supporting me in the chat. That's been fun too. I wouldn't do it if I didn't have folks to talk to. So, welcome. Thanks for the likes and subscribes or subscriptions, whatever you call them, over on YouTube. That helps you find me. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for your support. Hope you have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. After a couple of minutes, I'll get us into MKs. All right. Have a good night, guys. See you next time.
Come on now!
You've been smoking marijuana? Huh, that's a funny looking cigarette. You roll it yourself? NANI?!
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
Pokemon cards.
What do you know?
Safari.
Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari with me.
Safari Zone. Pokemon cards.
Almost a blaze, still you don't feel the heat.